Well, amid global concern over the humanitarian situation in Gaza, Israel's Prime Minister has pushed the envelope further with plans for occupying Gaza City. Israel's lawmakers in the Knesset have approved the plan called Takeover of Gaza City. The move comes amid rising pressure from far-right coalition parties pushing Netanyahu to fully take over Gaza. Hamas has called Israel's decision, and I'm quoting here, a blatant coup against the negotiation procedure. Well, first up, the current situation on the division of control over Gaza. Well, the map here on your screens, it shows that Israel's defense forces, they have already control of more than 75% of the Gaza Strip. And Palestinian control continues over Gaza City, that's of Deir el-Balah in central Gaza, extending to parts of Khan Yunis here and Al-Mawasi as well in the south. The UN says that 87% of Gaza, it consists of militarized zones or is under evacuation orders. Well, in the plan's first phase, Israel would issue an evacuation order for the residents of the Gaza City, estimated to be around 1 million people, to be moved towards the southern part of the Gaza Strip. And this will be done in a bid to allow time for the establishment of civilian infrastructure in central Gaza, including hospitals and camps for evacuees. This phase is expected to last several weeks, which is phase one of the complete takeover of Gaza. Israel would then launch a military offensive. That's the phase two. And reports say that the military campaign was expected to last between 4 to 5 months, and it also involves 4 to 5 divisions of the IDF. And they also plan to expand IDF reach in Gaza City and also central Gaza. The plan was to expand to the camps, like I mentioned, in the central Gaza, where the IDF has barely maneuvered so far. The civilian population is expected to be further pushed towards the southern strip, and that is towards the Mawasi zone in the southern strip of Gaza. And they also plan maneuvers to take place in areas where hostages are believed to be held, with efforts towards avoiding any harm to them. So this is about the phase of Israel's complete takeover of Gaza, which Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been clearly adamant on. But Palestinians injured, hungry, displaced and battered by the Israeli offensive say that there is nothing left to occupy in the Gaza Strip. On the other hand, several families of hostages are unhappy with Netanyahu's decision, fearing that those still left in Hamas captivity will be put in danger. Many global leaders have condemned Israel's move to take over the Gaza Strip. EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen has called for Israel to reconsider its decision. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has called it a wrong move, saying that it will only bring more bloodshed. Experts also fear that Israel's decision of what they've referred to as a military takeover will further isolate Israel from the global community after the latest outcry and global condemnation over mass hunger in Gaza, believed to be caused by Israel's blockade.
It's difficult to imagine what it will look like, other than to say that it's a bleak and dark chapter in Israel's own history, its evolution, and certainly for the Palestinians in the short term, trying to survive under incredibly harsh and unimaginable conditions inside Gaza. There's likely to be a high level of further displacement, a further wave of displacement of Palestinians who have been seeking shelter in makeshift sort of tents and temporary housing, and trying to survive amongst the rubble. So it's likely that they will be displaced as Israeli military operations expand in Gaza City. Their access to food, to essential supplies, will be surely disrupted, at least for a certain period of time, whilst they move south inside the Strip. But there's a high level of uncertainty as to civilian safety, Palestinian safety, and their human security inside Gaza should this plan take place. And it looks like it is likely to in the coming days, even if it's in a more localized operation in Gaza City. So the implications will be far-reaching.